Now, Census 2022 reveals that there's been a steady decline of the white population in South Africa since 1996. At the same time, the number of people living in the Western Cape has grown from 5th in 2011 to 3rd in 2022. Here's Ziyanda Ngcobo with us for more.
With the election campaign season officially underway, the Census 2022 results provide the necessary scope for political parties to plan a targeted approach to reach the electorate. The issue of undocumented migrants remains a topic of debate for several organizations ahead of the 2024 polls. The latest census shows that Zimbabwe tops the list of sending countries, with just over 1 million of its nationals recorded to be living in South Africa. The report also shows a decrease in the number of Nigerians in the country at 24,617, which is down from the over 26,000 documented in 2011.
Whereas in 2011, those who came from Zimbabwe were sitting at 38.1%, are now sitting at 45.5%. And of course, coming from Mozambique, 22%, 2011, now sitting at 18.7%. And Lesotho, 9.1%. In 2011, sitting at 10.2%. Malawi, 4.9%, 2011, and indeed 8.9% now.
When it comes to basic services, which underpin most of the election campaigns, the statistics show that there have been great strides made in access to electricity. But there are still thousands of households, particularly in Limpopo, that do not have piped water running into their yards.
We can see coming out of 1996, there were challenges in the Eastern Cape and KwaZulu-Natal and some parts of the Northwest and parts of Limpopo. We made some improvements in 2001 all the way to 2011, but we have actually gone back largely in Limpopo and the Eastern Cape. This doesn't talk to disruptions. The disruptions that are there where they don't have electricity, water are there, but here is about access to piped water.
With South Africa celebrating 30 years of democracy next year, President Cyril Ramaphosa says the census reflects some of the hard-won gains, but acknowledges more work needs to be done.
The results that have been presented here today underscore the urgency with which we must work towards meeting the aspiration of the National Development Plan and the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Just to see that many of our people now have access to electricity, almost 95%. And they have access to water. And we now have a challenge. We now need to increase the number of people who have piped water right into their homes. It is now clear that it is attainable. It is no longer a dream.
The Electoral Commission of South Africa is one of the Chapter 9 institutions that will lean on the latest census results as it prepares the 2024 voters' roll. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Ziyanda Ngcobo at the Union Buildings in Tshwane.